Good afternoon. Here are some of the answers to the 6 times table and division facts worksheet. Today I am just going to start on question 7 because this is one of the harder questions on your sheet. So sort the number cards into the diagram. So we have a range of number cards here and we have to sort them into this diagram here. Now, do you know the name of this kind of diagram? That's right, it's called a Carroll diagram. I'm hoping that you came across this when you were working further down the school, but if not, don't worry. So as you can see in the diagram, we have got some boxes that we have to complete in the middle. So in this box, we will have numbers that are even and multiples of 6. In this box here, we will have numbers that are even but are not multiples of 6. In this box here, we will have odd numbers, which are multiples of 6. And in this box here, we will have odd numbers that are not multiples of 6. So basically, what we've got to do is go through one number at a time. I'm going to change my pen colour and do this with you. We'll start with number 18. Okay, 18 is even. So we know that 18 is going to go along this line here. So if 18 is an even number, is it a multiple of 6 or not a multiple of 6? Yes, it is a multiple of 6, so it goes here. I'm just going to go across and I'm going to see if there are any other multiples of 6 that I can put in this box. I have 36, I have 6, and I have 72. So we know that those multiples of 6 will go here in this column. Are any of them odd? No, because if you did the last lesson, you'll know that there are no multiples of 6 that are odd. So all of those numbers, 18, 36, 6, and 72, can go in this box here. So which other numbers are even but not multiples of 6? Let's go along. 16 is an even number but not a multiple of 6, so I'll put that one here. And 20 is an even number, which is not a multiple of 6. So what I'm going to do is just cross off all of the numbers that I have already used. Okay, I have got 2 numbers left, 15 and 63. And I know that both of those numbers are odd. They can't be multiples of 6 because there are no multiples of 6 that are odd. So therefore, those 2 numbers must go in this box here. And if we look at the question at the bottom, are there any boxes empty? Yes, of course there is. There's this one. Odd numbers of multiples of 6. That's empty because they don't exist. Right, let's move on. Okay, so here's a real reasoning question for you. Let's think about it. Jack is thinking of 2 whole numbers. So that's whole numbers, no decimal points. The sum of the numbers is 13. So I'm going to call the 2 numbers A and B. So A and B both equal 13 because the word sum means add. The difference between the numbers is 1. What is the product of the numbers? Now, that tells me that if the difference of the numbers is 1, there must be 2 consecutive numbers. Remember that from last week? 2 numbers that are next to each other on a number line. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say, right, well, if the difference between my 2 numbers is 1, I'm going to take that difference off. So I'm going to say 13 take away 1 is 12. Okay, so 13 take away 1 is 12. That's the difference between my 2 numbers. So I have got number 1, which would probably be A, and then I've got B, which is going to be A add 1. Okay? An easy way to do this is to say, okay, let's split 12 into 2 equal groups. There's 12. I split it into 2 equal groups. I've got 6 and 6. So if the difference between the numbers is 1, one of my numbers must be 6, so the other number must be 7. So I've just calculated that my 2 numbers are 6 and 7. Now, there's lots of different ways you could have worked that out. That's the way that I have come across. If you've got a different strategy, send it in to me for dojo points. Now, the product of the numbers is, so the product is when you multiply two numbers together. So A add B equals 13 is the sum. A multiplied by B is the product. And we need to find that out. Well, we know our two numbers now are 6 and 7. Remember, multiplication is commutative, so you could also have done 6 times 7 times 6. And the answer is 42. Did you get that? If not, don't worry, just watch and learn. Okay, send your work in to me or Mr. Smales on Dojo, please. I'm really interested in seeing if you found another way of working out these two numbers for this question. Take care, see you tomorrow.